I just came back home and I received so many new perfumes. I was so overwhelmed when I opened up those packages. I was so excited, like it was Christmas. And so, of course, I want to share with you the new perfumes in my collection. Last night, my husband and I had a blast smelling all of those new perfumes. There's even one for him that I'm gonna share with you. But yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so we will start with Room 1015, which is a perfume house. I have a discovery kit off, and I like the concept. I like cherry punk a lot, and they sent me the Extrait version, which was released last year, and I haven't smelled it before, and I don't feel like it is a lot different than the original, but people say that it lasts a lot longer because the other one has a good longevity actually, but supposedly this one is a lot more strong and long lasting. But I think my husband smelled this DNA for the first time last night and he was positively shocked. It's such a beautiful perfume, just like the original. To me, this is one of the best cherry perfumes I've ever tried, and also one of the best leather perfumes I've ever smelled. I'm not a fan of leather perfumes, straight up leather perfumes, but if it is woven in so smoothly and delicately, like in here, I just have to applaud whoever did it because it's so beautiful. This has the main accords of fruity, leathery, sweet, smoky, and spicy, with notes of in the top cherry, saffron, and Sichuan pepper, in the heart jasmine, mimosa, and violet, and in the base black leather, tonka bean, and patchouli. And on paper, it doesn't really seem like a perfume I would like, but this is just so elegant, so sexy, but so smooth and subdued. It's not a very loud, in-your-face perfume like you would maybe imagine if you think about black leather and patchouli. Oh, this is like a no-go combination for me, generally. But in here, to me, I cannot even describe it. A lot of people say it smells like a wild woman in a leather jacket on a bike with red lipstick on, and she's like very self-confident, and I see what they mean, but what does it really smell like? It's cherry-like. It has something about Cherry Smoothie by Zara, if you know that one, but that one is just a little bit too linear, something's lacking. And this is when the saffron comes in. And to me, this is mostly about the saffron with like a quiet, extremely smooth, maybe suede leather in there. Just making it a little bit more edgy and interesting. It has a lot of powder in here. And I think it's from the violet, and it's not the very classic powdery accord, but it just makes it a lot more elegant, because otherwise maybe it would be a little bit too rock and roll. But in here it's just smooth to perfection. It's yummy, it's elegant, it's edgy, it's cool, it's everything, and I just like it a lot. And I think this will be on a heavy rotation in the next couple of weeks. Then let's continue with the other Room 1015 fragrance that I received, which is called Sonic Flower, and I like the packaging. This one has the main accords of powdery, fresh, floral, synthetic, and spicy, with notes of in the top carrot seed and pink pepper, in the heart jasmine and orris root, and then the base musk ambroxan and cashmere wood. So this, when I smelled it, I was like, I think I've smelled something like that before, and I have. This is a very interesting perfume. To me, it smells very niche and very powdery, but at the same time, it has this synthetic molecule thing going on that makes it niche smelling and a little bit challenging. But if you like those perfumes, I think this is gonna be your new favorite, because this is the one that lasts. A lot of those perfumes with this DNA do not last. If you like perfumes like Glossier you will be so happy, because this is long lasting. I tested it out yesterday, as I said, and when I came back into the room this morning, I could smell this perfume still. So it has a very good longevity, and it's interesting like the other one. Because of the powderiness, it feels kind of fresh and elegant, but then you have those molecules, the ambroxan, and also the musk, making it a little bit woody and, as I said, niche smelling. And then you have those spicy notes like the pink pepper and also the carrot seed, almost making you feel like something tingles in your nose. And the cashmere wood also is something I can detect, because it is woody, as I said, but it's not like a woody wood. It's like a more smooth wood. So cashmere wood fits it perfectly. And yeah, it's very clean. It also reminds me of a lot of diptyque perfumes. For example, the Fleur de Peau, also the Le Papier. Perfumes like that are quite in the same family, let's say. And I think this will be quite mass appealing if you like perfumes like that. Let's continue with my first Ex Nihilo perfume, and I was so excited when I received it, because it's actually a very cute story. I was in a department store with my husband, and one of the ladies at Ex Nihilo talked about all of those perfumes, and then she was so excited to tell us about a new release being released, I think, in the next couple of days or something. And she even had a sample and she gifted it to us, and she was just so excited about it. And when we smelled it, we were like, oh my god, this is perfection. So they sent it to me. This is Blue Talisman by Ex Nihilo, and I've smelled a couple of their perfumes before, and a lot of them are quite fresh. I think they're known for their like more fresh florals, but she was telling me about this perfume being about the note of pear, which is one of my favorite notes. But if it is done incorrectly, I don't like it at all, because pear is a note that seems to be very fleeting. A lot of perfumes with pear do not smell of it after like 10 to 15 minutes, or if they do, they tend to smell very synthetic, giving me a headache, smelling very sharp. And when I smelled this one, I was so surprised. This is so underrated. This is such a beautiful scent, and I know for sure that I'm gonna rock it in spring and summertime. It's such a happy scent. It reminds me of perfumes from Louis Vuitton. It definitely has something synthetic in there, and there are synthetic notes in there. So for sure it's gonna smell synthetic, but in the best way possible. I love the DNA of this. So the main accords are fruity, fresh, synthetic, citrus, and sweet, with notes of, in the top, pear, ginger, bergamot, and mandarin. In the heart, orange blossom and Georgie wood. No idea what that is. And then the base, akigala wood, ambro fix, and musk. And This to me smells like pear juice, like a artificial, super yummy kids pear juice mixed in with some florals and some citrusy fruits. There's also this kick from ginger, also making you like feel like something tingles in your nose. And then you do get those synthetic woody notes especially. And the ambroxan in here is the one that I like. A lot of times if they combine ambroxan with something else, it's a little bit too much for me. And this definitely could be, for some people, I think, be a little bit loud. But I don't know, it's just exactly what I crave, what I like. It's unisex, it's my woody ambroxan kind of perfume, but mixed in with those super juicy fruits. I'm just so excited about this perfume. The next one is from Parfum de Marly, and this is Haltane. And my husband and I received a couple perfumes for Valentine's Day from them. Thank you so much. That was such a sweet gesture. I got Valaya, which is a perfume I already have in my collection. And it's a very fresh, also quite synthetic, floral with fruits that is perfect for spring and summertime. But he received this one and we've smelled it before. Once we go into a department store, we smell, of course, a lot of perfume. So I couldn't really remember what it specifically smelled of or smelled like. And when he sprayed it yesterday, I was like, wow. So this is quite different if you look at the top and the heart and the base. So it develops quite a bit, in my opinion. It has the main accords of spicy, woody, sweet, and leathery, with notes of, in the top, clary sage, lavender and bergamot, and the heart, saffron, elderwood, praline, cedarwood, and in the base you have musk, oud, patchouli, leather, and vetiver. So a lot of notes that are quite challenging to me. But when I first smelled it last night, I was like, this reminds me of Initio Oud for Greatness, but that one is extremely loud and one spray is even too much sometimes. And this one has this same DNA of Oud for Greatness, but it is a lot more almost like father and son, like a lot more smooth and subdued and elegant. It reminds me of like my uncle or one of the friends of my father, like an elegant, put together, clean man, confident, and it's such a beautiful scent. Also very strong, so you have to be careful, but it's nice. It's very, very nice and not too much of anything. It is definitely, to me, a saffron scent. Saffron is front stage and center, and there are definitely a lot of spices that you can. It smells like a spicy, woody scent that is quite sweet. And the Oud for Greatness isn't as sweet in my memory. I have to compare those two side by side, but this is so smooth. It's like a little bit spicy, oudy definitely, but like a more quiet, elegant, subdued oud that you could wear. I don't know if it's a day-to-day fragrance because it is very elegant. Maybe in like the coldest winter you could wear it day to day, but other than that, or I mean, if you want to, of course you can, but it's a strong perfume. But I was so surprised because when we received it, I looked at the notes again and I was like, oh no, I don't know. And then when we sprayed it, oh, wow, And he's so happy. So thank you so much. And last but not least, I have 2 new perfumes from Carner Barcelona. And I'm slowly but surely getting to know the brand. And they sent me, I would say, 2 spring and summer perfumes. The first one is called Supermoon. I have had a sample of that one because I was searching for a super fruity summery perfume with performance, and I had a sample of that and I liked it a lot. So this one has the main accords of fruity, fresh, floral, sweet, and citrus, with the top notes of blackcurrant, mandarin orange, and pomegranate, heart notes of white amber, jasmine, and lily of the valley, and in the base, Indonesian patchouli, musk, and vetiver. And I sprayed it yesterday, and my husband was in love, instantly fell in love with this perfume. This to me smells like perfumes I've smelled before. A lot of people say that it reminds them of On a Date by Replica, which I get, or also Rouge Trafalgar by Dior Privé, which I also get. But I also think about one from Lalique called Amethyst, because it's a very juicy blackcurrant scent. And I also think the pomegranate smells similar to that as well. It's quite a sour, juicy, fruity scent throughout the wear time. Then you do get the white florals, definitely, but they are not annoying. The only thing is that the base is quite, I don't know how to say it, but like herbal almost, because of the vetiver and the patchouli. It's almost like earthy smelling, and that to me is quite a contrast to those juicy fruits in the top and the white florals. So I have to see how it performs on my skin once spring and summer are really here. But I'm very excited to have a good performing fruity fresh scent in my collection. And the last one is called Ibiza Nights. And I think this one will be the most mass appealing out of all of the perfumes that I've shown you today. This is a perfume with the main accords of fruity, floral, sweet, fresh, and aquatic. And it has the notes of, in the top, mandarin orange, pear again, star anise. Then in the heart it has ylang ylang, magnolia, and jasmine. And in the base it has benzoin, vanilla, and patchouli. And when I smelled it, I immediately thought of my mom, because she wears perfumes like that all the time, and it just reminds me of her. It's a very classy, timeless, day-to-day, everyday office kind of scent to me. It leans slightly towards spring and summer because it is fresh and fruity, but at the same time, it's not too summery. So you could wear it as a signature scent, just like my mom does. It's just elegant, easy to wear. It's not gonna offend anybody. It's not a beast mode. So Supermoon on me, on my skin, has a better performance than this one. This is a more quiet one, which is why I said I think it's perfect for the office. But this one to me is almost smelling a little bit like vacation because of the ylang ylang. That is quite a flower that I imagine when I think about vacation, but not even Ibiza, more like, I don't know, Latin America, South America. But this is a creamy yellow floral scent with very juicy fruits, but these are more sweet. In the Supermoon, they are quite sour, and in here it's not like that at all. Then you definitely have the magnolia, which is a favorite floral of mine, which is why I like this perfume. And the base I have to see, because vanilla and patchouli sounds very interesting to say the least, but I don't really get patchouli in here. It just seems like it's there to like round the fragrance and give it some better performance. But I love my fresh and fruity perfumes for spring and summertime, even in going into fall. So I'm very happy about it and all of the perfumes. So let me know if you want a specific perfume highlighted in another perfume, but I'm sure you will see some of those in my monthly rotations. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in my next one. Bye!